there's a bunch of big lies. I'd say there's probably 2 or 3 big lies that people need to know about this. The number one big lie is Bernie says that if you become richer, I must become poorer. That the economic pie is not getting bigger for everybody. If a corporation makes money, that they're greedy and terrible and they're taking it from you, and we should burn the mansion down and get those people and redistribute the money. And it's like, nothing could be further from the truth. The economic pie of the world, I think, has doubled 8 times in the last 200 years. Poverty's plummeting. Humanprogress.org, we quote from them a lot. They do a lot of great research. But it's a big lie that when the rich get richer, the poor get richer, poor get poorer. Everybody's getting richer.
Yeah.
Second big lie, he says the top 1% can pay for everything. You can have a welfare state, free school, free paid leave, free cars, you name it, free everything, and we'll get it all from the top 1%. But when you look at Scandinavia, they have a lot of that so-called free stuff. It isn't true. They actually have a less progressive tax code, meaning the middle class pays much higher taxes. In Scandinavia, there's a 25% sales tax from everybody, from $1. So that means the poor, the middle class, 25%, and the income tax is 60%, starting around $60,000. So it isn't true. What he's actually wanting here is not what they have in Scandinavia. And then you mentioned the taxes. He claims, he wants to be Scandinavian socialism, but they've had lower corporate income taxes, almost half of what we pay here, for 20, 30 years now.
Yeah. And by the way, that's working there.
Exactly. That's why they're doing well. They also have private property, private stock exchange. The economic indexes rank Scandinavia as being really in the top 10 freest countries, not in the top 10 socialist. In fact, one of the pushbacks to him is when he says, Denmark's socialist, very quickly the prime minister of Denmark says, no, we're not. He's afraid people want to do business in Denmark are going to be like, they won't come here because if they think we're socialist, and we're not. So Bernie, you need to pipe down, about what you're saying about our country.
Another section in the book that I don't think a lot of people will have read before is a chapter on eugenics and the history of sort of the intellectual movement. Early true progressivism and eugenics were very much hand in hand, and it was that elitist top down. Right. We're actually going to re-engineer the human being. Right.
I think you could say it's not true that all socialists were eugenicists, but it is true that almost all eugenicists were socialists.
Yeah.
And eugenics basically is this belief that people with lesser genetics or lesser DNA or imperfections should be excluded, either by not letting them be born or by eliminating them. And so Margaret Sanger, founder of Planned Parenthood, was big on eugenics. So were a lot of pretty famous people. Most of them were also socialist at the same time. And it's because of, and I think this is an important thing. Once again, people say, that was just an accident of history. We no longer have that. But really, is it an idea that the individual doesn't matter, that the collective's important? And if the hive could be better if we eliminated the lesser people in the hive, it's about the hive. Whereas those of us who believe in capitalism and individual liberty say it's all about the individual. Now, the collective does very well if you give the individual liberty, and so it really is the most prosperous form of an economic equation. But we do it because of the liberty part, not necessarily because of the prosperity part.